What you like to do should be your hobby. What the world does should be your business. In 2 years, and we've serviced to date over 1 million women. We haven't had one customer complaint. Almost $20 million in revenue on a $6 product. In 4 years, putting the company together, that's been a blessing so far, what we've been able to do. The point that I'm making is that we knew where we wanted to go. None of this is accident. We're looking at land right now to build another facility. All of this was things that we wanted to do, but we put ourselves in a position to where the vision could be fulfilled because we was willing to sacrifice in the beginning and going back to our favorite word in this conversation and invest in infrastructure.
Yeah,
it's really not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
You're asking like, oh, how you do it? It's like, well, it's actually not rocket science.
Not.
I know, right?
Just
the
so many
vision
people
is there.
just don't do it. Don't ever get emotional about what it is you do or don't do. Does the business model make sense? Sanitary napkins and panty liners made sense to me. I talk about the necessity field, and not enough African Americans are tapping into the necessity field of business. What do I mean? Water, food.
We can talk about water.
You see what I'm saying?
We can talk about water.
I really saw, for the first time in my life, I saw blacks, man, just winning here. Like never before. My name is Crump, born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Came here with my wife and 4 kids, Hurricane Katrina. We are the founders of Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins and Panty Liners, a 100% black-owned enterprise that has just begun our global expansion.
This episode is brought to you by the Our Palette Network. Let's buy black the right way.
We just want to wake the people's minds up, wake up our thoughts, and get into it. That's why we're here.
I like that.
Yes.
Get into it.
Let's get into it. So I have a wonderful guest with us today. Sir, if you don't mind introducing yourself, King, to the people, who are we talking to? First of all, can I shake your hand one more time?
Absolutely.
I gotta shake your hand again.
It's an honor, sir.
All right.
It's an honor. It's an
Yes.
honor to be here.
Go ahead. Who we got on the track?
My name is Crump, born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Came here with my wife and 4 kids, Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, wow.
From New Orleans.
Wow.
And now we are the founders, and I'm the CEO of Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins and Panty Liners, a 100% black-owned enterprise that has just begun our global expansion, as well as what we're doing in the United States currently right now.
Incredible scenes.
That is just fantastic. Yeah. No, seriously. Listen. Dobie, go ahead and show the people who you are for a second. Go ahead and run on the track. We gotta
Hello, everybody. My name is Adobe, founder of Deep Roots Co-op. Our co-op connects small businesses with our small businesses offer deals to our individual consumers. Because it's a co-op, our members are owners of the co-op. So the more you put in, the more deals you offer, or the more you shop, the more you get out in the form of the dividend. This is our way of connecting the community in real life and really being able to circulate our dollars. Our co-op is black-owned, so you're going to see a lot of black-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, formerly incarcerated businesses, legacy businesses. This is a community co-op, so we want to see all of our neighbors just shopping and connecting. So really excited to connect with a family-owned business, and one that I need the services. About 50% of the population needs the services, so really excited to connect and get y'all story.
Okay, absolutely.
Yes.
Excited to tell it.
No, seriously. And what was your name again?
Crump.
Crump. Do you go? Is it Mr. Crump?
Captain
Captain
Crump.
Crump.
Whichever you want. You don't have to do the Mr.
Cool. So, oh my goodness, from the top, how did this? I mean, we're in a showroom. Like, when I walked in, I was like, what is going on here? Like, this is about to be a party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like, how did it start? Why Georgia? Like, what?
Well, first of all, coming here from New Orleans, we had friends that were here. And they had been asking us to come to Atlanta for a long time, but because I was coming up here with the Atlanta, New Orleans Saints rivalry football games. So I was coming pretty much every year to the football games, and we were asked to come. And then obviously Katrina just expedited that process of coming here because we basically lost everything in that hurricane. But being here, and I've always been an entrepreneur. Got out the U.S. Navy in 1994. And
thank you for your services.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life. So even coming to Atlanta, I was looking for the action. Hey, we're an entrepreneur. where they are, or, network and hang out with everyone.
We just got traffic. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, the traffic. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, my goodness, man. Now, nobody warned me of that.
Right.
I was like, oh, man, the traffic is ridiculous. But I really saw, for the first time in my life, I saw blacks, man, just winning here. And I'm like never before. And I was like, oh, my goodness, man, this is a mecca to do business. And pretty much everybody in my family, I'm talking about my mom, my sisters, family, they went back to New Orleans. And we were the only ones that stayed.
You stayed.
Oh, wow.
Because we saw the vision of what possibly can happen here. And how we got here is that, speeding up through everything that we done here. I got a call back in October of 2016, actually. A gentleman asked me to come down and take a look at something he wanted me to see. The best thing he could have done was not tell me what it was. Because, as a man, who's going to be excited about going to see a sanitary? Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. So I got there, and they did a demonstration on the product because that's how we've been so successful, by demonstrating the product. And he did a demonstration on the product in the lobby of the hotel with some other folks there, and I was blown away. And I saw the prototype for what we currently have now, and I said, man, you just changed the world for women. I was a man, and I knew that. Wow. And I realized it because obviously I have a wife, I have 3 daughters, and I knew that, okay, if a woman have a choice to be comfortable and dry, why would she ever want to be wet and otherwise? And then, I immediately just calculated, and then I understood the residual effect because I understood, okay, young girls and women are on their cycles every month. Yeah. It just makes sense.
It's going to happen, yeah.
And then women that are past that phase of their life, they wear panty liners every day. My mother is 83 years old. She wears our panty liners every day. Okay. So the market was endless on what we had, and it became a no-brainer to me, man. And that's why we are where we are now. And currently right now, almost $20 million in revenue on a $6 product,
wow.
In 4 years. And putting the company together, and that's been a blessing so far in what we've been able to do.
Okay, so from the prototype in the hotel to family business, Milan has told us that it's a whole, you said it's an enterprise. So who all is involved in the family business on the day-to-day and from the inception to now?
Well, obviously my family and I, my wife, well, actually, I'm the CEO. My wife is the COO.
Okay.
Our chief operating officer, actually my daughter Milan, who put this together.
Shout out to Milan.
Milan is our president of logistics.
Oh, we love that.
So Milan handles all the global business, getting the product, the inventory, getting it out to the customers, and she's been doing an amazing job because we have a phenomenal track record of just expediting the business. And actually, there are certificates over there on the shelf from the Better Business Bureau. 2 years in a row, we have gotten the certificate stating that we haven't had one customer complaint.
Wow. In
2 years, and we've serviced to date over 1 million women. So that's a lot. Well, 1 million customers, because men buy our product for their wives and daughters as well, too. So Milan runs the logistics. One of my daughters is over customer service, Kyla Crump. My daughter, Leah Crump, she runs our technical aspect, our website, and take care of our IT. And my son is also involved as well. He just helps run the company with me as well.
Wow.
Yeah, all family.
How'd you get to $20 million in revenue? I have to ask that question.
Well, the infrastructure that we put in place, starting off, because one of the things that I want everybody to understand is that we made a point to invest in our infrastructure in the beginning. When I say infrastructure, inventory.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, got to.
Salesforce. In terms of employees. We have 14 employees and we have 6 contractors on payroll, right? We invested in a CPA. We invested in all these things because I knew where we were going, and we sacrificed in the beginning. So we wanted to have phenomenal customer service. So, most of the times when you get business owners, what they do is the minute they start making money, they want to live a lifestyle. Post it for the gram. They got to show their cars and houses, and not really taking care of the goose that lays the golden egg, which is your company or your business. And we made that a point. But the big one, right? The big one, and this is important. And I got this from the mindset I got from Warren Buffett, because if I wouldn't have paid attention to Warren Buffett's quote, I probably would have overlooked this opportunity. And here's what he said. For those that don't know who Warren Buffett is, one of the most phenomenal investors ever in the history of investing, right? Richest man in the world. Warren Buffett said, what you like to do should be your hobby. What the world does should be your business. So in other words, don't ever get emotional about what it is you do or don't do. Does the business model make sense? Sanitary napkins and panty liners made sense to me.
Right.
And now my thing is, and we teach this when we speak and people invite us out to speak, I talk about the necessity field. And not enough African Americans are tapping into the necessity field of business. What do I mean? Water. Food.
We can talk about water.
We can talk about water.
Not enough, tapping in.
Yeah, food insecurities,
those
so many things.
necessities that's needed instead of always looking to do ancillary businesses. And that's how we got it. It's not that so smart. I just was able to do something outside of the box.
That's a part that
the
everyone
average
needs.
man or person wouldn't have done.
Right. And for whatever reason, I mean, you go to Kroger and there's all these, just like 10 different types of brands.
That's correct.
And no one was like, I can do that, because there's 10 types of breads.
Right.
And you can make another type of bread and just put it on there and people want to buy it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whichever product that they need.
That's correct.
Yes.
So, wow.
And we have a black bread company sitting in Target stores right now, actually.
Wow. That's
Regardless
phenomenal.
of there being, there's probably a dozen bread brands I've bought from, childhood all the way to college. But, like, now we have a black bread on the shelf.
Like starting 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Company started in the middle of the
That's good to know,
pandemic.
and we need to know that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We're going to talk
We
about them. We'll
support
talk
that.
about them later. I definitely had a few questions. I want to run it back real quick. You talked about Warren Buffett's quote, right? Restate it one more time. I want to make sure I get my question right.
Okay. Warren Buffett quote was, what you like to do should be your hobby. What the world does should be your business.
Okay, got it. So when you talked about kind of a necessary business model, right? Especially when it comes to family businesses, I've heard so much commentary about it on social media and otherwise, but the premise of, I think one person said that, like, your kids may not always want to run your business or whatever, like let them do what they want. But you just said, what you want should be your hobby, but like what the world does should be your business. So if the family business is something that is a necessary product or service, well, like, of course you want your children to have a choice, but it's more like, all right, this is a big deal, right? Like, my question is, how did that translate to your children? Like telling them, like, okay, here's the family business. You're kind of going to work here. You may have a choice. Did you give them a choice? Like, did you teach them about the power of necessity? Like, how did that work? Like, kind of instantiating that in your children and telling them, like, yo, this is the necessary business model that we have with the family.
Great question, man. And can I honestly say to you all that to me, you're not truly successful if you're not successful with your family first, right? You're not
valid.
truly successful. You can have all the cars, houses, money.
Yeah.
What would your family say about you?
Yeah.
Who are you at home?
Yeah.
My family believed in me and my vision. None of my children had to work in this company.
Wow.
Because they still right now, they all have their own businesses. They still got other things that they do. They could have chose to, hey, what, Dad, I'm going to go over here and work. And I would have accepted it. Meaning, I want to go do this. I would have accepted. But my children saw the vision. Because one of the things as a dad and as a businessman, I don't disrespect people's intelligence, meaning that, look at what I've done, follow me just because. No, I believe in showing people. I believe in demonstrating. I believe in having you understand why I believe in some of the philosophies and principles that I do. And that's been good with my family, but it's also been good with customers, and it's also good with an audience when you're speaking to them.
Yeah.
Because when you help a person understand why they should look at something or look into something or follow something, it's easier for them to follow versus I'm the big man on campus, just follow me.
Yeah.
You see them blindly.
You gave them a why.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah,
You're giving them a why and a reason, and that's what I did for my wife and my kids, and they saw it themselves, and they believe in it, and they love it, and they do excellent. All of them do phenomenal jobs at their jobs.
That's amazing.
So what year did you guys actually start?
We started the company, well, to give a little bit of the backstory, right?
Yeah.
2016 October is when I saw the prototype with these guys.
Okay.
There was another company we had. Most people don't know this. There was another company we had with 3 other partners in the same arena, right?
Oh.
These guys decided to merge with another company, and I disagreed with it. It was 3 partners to 1.
Yeah.
I was like, this deal not going to work, guys. It's not a good deal. We shouldn't do this.
Okay,
It's
right.
bad
So you backed out,
deal,
yeah,
right? They rush in trying to just grab the money, or like the youngsters say, grab a bag.
Right.
Grab the bag.
Yeah.
and they imploded the company literally. I told them it was a bad deal. They signed the paperwork in October. We had a company for about a year and a half.
Okay.
They signed the paperwork in October 2018. By December 2018, the deal was already dead. It was over. So now every seed of adversity carries an equivalent seed of success. Now it left me and my family in a phenomenal position. So we was able to take and fix all the things we knew what was wrong that happened in the company with those 3 other guys. And we were able to take everything ourselves and do what we did now.
And now you have market share.
Now we have Rain, and we own it all.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So 2016, give or take, and then y'all just got right to work.
Yeah, we launched Rain, this company right now, currently in the headquarters you guys are sitting in. We launched this company June 1st, 2019.
Wow, so this is fresh.
Yeah, June 1, 2019.
4
Y'all
years.
are 1 year shy of making that 5-year mark. I know statistically a lot of small business don't even make it to 5 years old.
That's right.
90%.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's congratulations already.
Yes,
Like, y'all are about to be 5.
We're planning already our 5th year anniversary celebration.
That's right. It's gonna be a party.
It's gonna be a party.
We celebrate every year. Actually, this year we'll be in Orlando.
Okay.
So every year we celebrate our anniversaries.
That's
Last
amazing.
year we were in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So this year we're in Orlando.
Wow.
It's always the first weekend in June.
Got it.
This episode is brought to you by the Black to School Project. We are bringing Black businesses to college campuses across the United States. Feel free to support the cause. Go to ourpalette.com/Black to School to donate today. Let's get to work.
How many, like, what products do you sell then? Just getting more into just the business side of things. Like, what do you actually?
We have 5 variations of our product. We have, first of all, let me back up.
Yeah.
Our product, and most people like to know what a pad is. A pad is a pad. That's what they think. That's not true in our case, right? We have a Nobel Prize winning material infused into all of our products.
Wow.
We have a super absorbent system. That's how we've been able to be so successful. We actually demonstrate the product. There's a demonstration that we do to where people can't believe what they're looking at. That's what I did for my family when they first saw it. I did a demonstration that I saw, and it blew them away. So with that, we have panty liners with wings. We have panty liners without wings. We have a moderate flow, which is our #1 seller. We have a heavy flow. We have a super heavy flow. And now you guys see me. We just got this product about a year
spray,
now.
yeah.
We have vitamin sprays. So there's no more capsules, no more tablets. You just spray 4 times in the mouth, and you got your dosage for the day.
Oh,
it's a spray.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah, it's a spray. It's a vitamin spray.
That's
so
lit.
that it's amazing. People love it. People love it for their kids. And we got 6 variations of that. We got vitamin D, a C plus zinc. We have a keto that helps with the sugar craving.
Wow.
We have a men's multi. We have a women's multi.
Yeah.
And we have a kids.
That's just
Awesome.
fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come shopping here every day. I'm gonna do like a little pop-up shop on weekends. And that's actually the next question too. Like, I was speaking about it briefly with Milan, but like, is it just direct to consumer? Are you in stores? Do you plan on getting in retailers? Like, how does that work with actually consumers accessing Rain?
I've always actually I just had an executive who was a former executive of Walmart was here yesterday, right? Right now we're direct to consumer.
Okay.
I mean, straight to consumer. All of our business, you literally have to go to the website to get the product, right? Or and if you live in Georgia, you can come to the facility and pick up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Monday through Friday,
Good.
10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're open for pickup.
Love it.
So this is a pickup facility as well. The reason why I haven't been too excited about big box stores, and I had 2 opportunities, right? I didn't pursue it yet for several reasons. Number one, I don't want to go put something on their radar, then they knock it off, do a cheaper version, cheaper pricing, and cut into market share. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number 2, I don't want to you win, we lose deal. Most people run to these entities when they need to be saved or they need their customer base. We've been blessed.
Right.
We already got some market share and getting stronger and stronger as we've begun our international expansion. And we have a financial war chest. So we're not in a place to where we can go there and we got to take any deal you want to throw at us.
Right.
This sounds like like the music industry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need to go. You don't need to go to the music label.
Let me tell you why it's amazing you say that, because that's
about
what the analogy I always use when I tell people is. You have the independent artists,
Exactly.
and then you have people who run to the majors.
Run to the labels.
I like the independent route. I own my masters. I get all my
publishing, your
publishing.
distribution.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
And that's always the analogy I use. Just
Yeah.
to say it.
That makes perfect sense.
You sound like my favorite independent artist. They're like, I don't need the deal.
Exactly.
That makes perfect sense.
That's what we're currently doing right now. We're being independent. So when we go and sit down and talk with these guys, I want to have our market share to where you see me almost as a partner.
Right.
To where if I don't do the deal, or if you try to do anything different, it won't hurt us because our market share is so deep to where it won't be impactful. So it's a chess move that's being played as well on why we're not on the shelves.
It's chess, not checkers, man. It's chess, not checkers.
This independent conversation spans every aspect of our lives.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And people kind of don't believe that we have the capital.
Yeah.
Just
That's right.
The leverage, the capital, all of that stuff. Yeah.
But we really
do.
do.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Let's do
if
it.
you're also willing to invest in the infrastructure in the beginning. See, we sold into this.
Right.
We invested into this to get to where we are. We've never been back ordered on product.
Wow.
We've always had through COVID and everything. Why? Because we invest in our infrastructure.
So how did COVID hit you guys? Like, how did
Yeah.
you guys
grew.
navigate?
we grew. We doubled.
That makes
Our
sense though.
business
I mean,
doubled in size in
online
COVID.
retail. Even the big box retailers, they all started to do the Instacart. They all started to do the home delivery. Like all that is basically just fintech and e-commerce integrations.
Yeah, our revenue doubled
Yeah.
from the previous year with COVID.
They technically all became direct to consumer entities when you think about
Right.
it. Because
Truly.
people are like, oh, I need bread. Hop on the app, you get it in 2 hours or whatever.
That's right.
So, but no, that's crazy. Yeah, that
Yes.
makes perfect sense for y'all to grow during COVID.
Yeah.
I have another quick question then. Who taught y'all all of this? Like, I know you mentioned Warren Buffett, but like, I don't want to sit on this for a second too, because I mean, I have a family.
Okay.
Adobe has a family. We all got families.
Right.
I would love to have this type of conversation with my family. But like, how did y'all sync up? Like, who taught y'all this?
You
like,
ready for this?
Who really, yeah.
And being all honesty, man, it came from just being blessed and having a God-given vision.
Okay.
A vision. We had a vision. And we did a vision casting. Actually, and that's so funny. A friend of mine sent this to me this morning. He sent me a picture, March 1st, 2019, several months before we launched the company. We did what's called a vision casting, where we had we had a room that held 200 people. 252 people showed up.
Okay.
And we were casting a vision. And a friend of mine sent me a picture from that day today this morning.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, March 1st, 2019. He sent me the picture of the room. And the point that I'm making is that we knew where we wanted to go. None of this is accident.
Right.
Wow.
This facility, right now, we currently, you guys getting it first. Nobody knows it's outside of my family. We're looking at land right now to build another facility.
Oh, we love
Currently
that.
right now. So we're going to build a new facility on par on what you guys are seeing right now. And this was a part of the vision. We knew where we wanted to go. We knew we wanted to have vending machines, which one is sitting right over there.
Yeah.
All of this was things that we wanted to do, but we put ourselves in a position to where the vision could be fulfilled because we was willing to sacrifice in the beginning and going back to our favorite word in this conversation and invest in infrastructure
Yeah.
to get us there.
Yeah.
Invest in infrastructure.
It's like it's so easy.
It's so it's
is.
really not rocket science.
It's not
So
rocket
you're
science.
You're asking me like, oh, how you do? It's like, well, it's actually not rocket science.
I know, right?
Just
The
so many
vision is
people
there.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
don't do it. And that's what's the frustrating part, right? Because I mean, you've heard, our spills. Like me and Adobe do community work all the time, right? We stress like family, get your business right, be in community with each other, invest. Like these are words, but words mean things. So like, yeah, it does get frustrating in my line of work. Like, yo, like you don't see these people doing it, like
Right,
we're doing
right.
it,
Well, one of the things you got
doing
to
it.
understand is let's just be honest, put it on the table. A lot of entrepreneurs, right? They don't want to sacrifice. They, in
Wow.
other words, here's what especially now, listen, with the social media age,
Yeah, it's a horrible
Instagram,
thing.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they got to shine. They
The
got to
instant
show
gratification is way
Right, they
like,
gotta play like they're winning
Yeah.
to try to attract you,
Yeah, it's
and
too
rather
much.
than really
Too much.
taking the time, because hey, everybody that came with us in the beginning, right? Everybody, I shared it with everybody. I said, listen, nobody, including me, from me on down, nobody's going to get paid with their work starting off. Zero.
Yeah.
I'm sharing this, right?
Yeah.
I say, listen, if you trust me, your lives as you know it's going to change.
Boom.
We all have to sacrifice because we have to make sure the company is always healthy and in a great position.
Wow.
That was very, very key for us, right, to get started. And the point I'm making was we made sure that we did that. We didn't take exorbitant salaries. We didn't do any of this. We took what we needed. I'm talking about even my wife and I. We took only what we needed to cover our bills and everything in the beginning because we knew where we wanted to go and we wasn't going to destroy because we knew we had a phenomenal business model. And when most entrepreneurs, if they just take on that mindset, believe it or not, that number, like you guys were saying, 90% don't make it to 5 years, that number will go higher and much more people succeeding if they stop slaying the goose that lays the golden egg so early.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a great segue. Like, what's it like living with your family, doing business with them, right? Because you all apparently, you know, you had to, I'm assuming you all stayed in the same house, right?
Yes.
I mean, that automatically saves how much rent prices? Like, say you got 5 kids. If all the 5 children are graduated and they're old enough to get an apartment, that's 5 rents they have to pay for. Y'all can all huddle in one house. There's one mortgage.
Right. Right.
What is it like, you know, just to kind of what is it like just kind of living with the same people you do business with?
Well, first of all my kids stay with us except for one.
Okay.
One of my daughters just moved out. I'm talking about literally about a month ago. A month or so. She just got her own place. Cool. That's first of all, that's what I wanted as a father because some of the things I told them is, number one, don't leave until you're ready. Right? You can stay here for the, as long as you want to.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right? And they don't pay no rent.
Yeah.
They don't pay no bills. They don't even pay for their phone bills.
Wow.
Right? These were the sacrifices I was willing to make and wanted to make for them. But I also encouraged them. This is your time in life to take risk. Because why? You got a safety net right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have no bills right now.
You have to learn how to take risks. Yeah, you have to learn.
Take risks
it's a skill.
now. Take your chances.
Yeah.
Go out there, explore,
Yep.
do those things because you got a good fallback of knowing that, hey, I'm here at home. We're not asking anything from you all, right? And then also we looked at it as an added value, meaning that now your paychecks is clear.
Yeah.
All your money is yours. You don't have to put money towards bills outside of things that you want to do.
Wow.
To be able to do.
Net
So,
positive.
You see where I'm going?
Positive,
you didn't have any of that. You didn't have to create it. So that was always my thing of encouraging them and letting them know, hey guys, I want you to take chances. But living together, it's been beautiful. Because especially when you love each other. Now, it's challenging sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to talk about work. Sometimes they don't want to be called about something that needs to be done. Because remember, for us, this is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing for us.
Yeah.
The clock doesn't go off.
Right.
Meaning that, well, that's because we run the business.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
We're owners. Employees clock out
Yeah.
at 6 p.m. on a
get to
Friday.
go
They
home.
gone.
Yeah.
And customers
We don't see
can
them until
order
Monday
at,
morning.
Customers can order at 2 a.m.
Yeah, you see where I'm
online,
going?
Yeah.
Right. So it's always moving for us, but we all took it on, and then now we have we've caught our momentum, so it's relaxed now. Everybody knows it's
That's
the
good.
same things over and over, and everybody knows their movement, and everybody knows what they should be doing and how they should do it. So it's really flawed. We barely talk about business now at home because we're just having fun and enjoying one another. There's not a lot of business we talk about now.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Right.
That balance is good.
Support black, Vaughn, zoom in. Support black businesses. All right?
We haven't had banking conversation with that. Our money, your money's going this way, my money's going this way. How about we just cultivate it over here?
Right. We say now Carrick is good. He's good. Then we pick up an electronic device, Bluetooth headphones, social media. There's a black electric car company started. When we strategize, we mobilize. Easy, right? We do it. we laid out the plan. Now we revolutionize.
I had a dream.
Just do the thing. How about that? Just do the thing. Just bank on it. Be black, blessed, and beautiful, man. For real. But let's clap it up for ourselves, man. Let's clap it up for ourselves. Woo! All right, Nat. Nat, I think we're done.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. back here with the Crump family. We're going to dive right into this. Having such a great conversation with you.
Yes, this has been phenomenal, man.
Yeah, so I want to dive into a little bit more about Family Feud. You've heard of the game, right?
Yes.
You know the game? You
Yes.
play the game often? Or?
Steve Harvey, I see hosting now.
Right.
I remember when Richard Dawson was the host. Y'all may be too young.
Really? I don't know.
I am too young.
Yeah.
I am too
Richard Dawson hosted it for years.
Wow.
When I was a little kid up until, he got it.
Got you. So Family Feud. How do you work through certain challenges? First of all, sorry, real quick. How many are y'all? Like how many?
6 of us.
6 total.
Yes.
Okay.
My wife, my son, and my 3 daughters.
Okay, and all of you all are Crump Family Rain Pads employees. Okay.
Everybody.
That's dope.
Yep.
Any more coming in?
No, I have a nephew that works here.
Okay.
And my best friend.
So extended.
Cool.
So my best friend
We
works
didn't even
here,
talk about extended
and
family.
my nephew works here as well.
Man, that's
And then the
crazy.
best
Really,
friend for
technically
the
it's 8 of
chosen
us.
family.
Do you
wow.
have plans to like expand like the extended family, like maybe get your siblings involved in their families, or is it kind of?
Well, a lot of them lives in New Orleans.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Yeah, they're pretty much all of our family is there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here except for my wife's sister.
Okay.
Lives here. That's it.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just the Family Feud. So the people who are involved now, the 8 employees, like how does that work?
It works beautifully.
Okay.
Because one of the things that in my household, right, one thing we do before we ever have a family meeting, because it's time to time, my wife and we have meetings with our kids and our family together. The first thing we do is we call it a grievance, right? Does anybody have a grievance?
So you have a
against the
process.
other?
I like this.
Yeah. I'm talking about before we enter into any business
I love this.
or
Yeah.
anything. Whenever we ever, that's the first thing we do. Does anybody have a grievance? And there's times people be like, Dad, I got
Hand
something with
raised.
you. And there's times, sometimes we may be 30 minutes, 45 minutes working through something before we can even get to what we came to the table for.
Wow. Yeah.
Because that's important to me. That way we don't have no toxicity. Here's what I love about my family. They're going to be honest.
Hey.
Nobody in the house pulls no punches.
Okay.
So you got to be ready because nobody is off limits. Nobody is safe. If they got something they didn't like or you done. And that's the way I raise my kids. I raise my kids because, you guys, I'm 50 years old. So I was raised in a home with
Black
a mom,
don't crack, man.
old
Black
school
don't
mama.
crack. Yeah.
You ready? Shut up, boy. Be quiet. There was no speaking back.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if she's wrong,
Wow.
she's right.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't raise my kids that way.
Wow.
My kids have the ability, if they think that what I'm chastising them about or speaking to them about is wrong, they have a right to express themselves. Wow. But then we'll work through it until we get to the solution to where they're seeing what I'm sharing with them or I'm seeing their point of view. And it's been a phenomenal dynamic in keeping peace and harmony with us because nobody really holds nothing on their chest. If we have an issue, it's going to come out. And then we all know it with each other because if, one of them is passing by me and, just giving me a little tap hug or, okay, we got some beef. We got to settle. You know what I mean?
Bring it to the grievance.
Right, that is going to come out.
I'll talk to you later.
But it's going. But when we sit down and have meetings, the grievances come out. And then what I'm saying is nobody harbors anything. No bad energy is flowing. And we're able to move on and get to things. But that's a key thing that we do as a family.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You want to get in? I think I had one more, right?
Defining wealth.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great, you talked about vision, you talked about why, and then even having like just standard operating procedures, SOPs in place. I feel like that all converges at one central point that I like to discuss, and that is wealth. Like,
yes, sir.
The goal, the continuous goal, because it's kind of a journey of just kind of maintaining the wealth and building the wealth, right? Being your best self, right? Because wealth is just it's not a dollar amount attached
correct.
to it.
That's
It's
correct.
health.
That's 100%.
Longevity,
That's right. That's
legacy.
right.
So I love talking about wealth in case you haven't noticed. But how do you define wealth if you were to define it right now on the spot?
Well, let me say this. First of all, wealth is not only a state of being, it's also a mindset, right? And here's what I mean. Leading up to wealth, before I even go to that, most people ask me about success, and most people think success is the money, the cars, the watches, the vacations. No, success is a mindset to me for a person, no matter what position they're in, right? They can still keep that same energy going towards their goals and their dreams, no matter what state they're in. My bills are behind. I'm in foreclosure. It doesn't matter. You're not going to lose the passion to succeed. How most people kill themselves, get depressed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's successful to me. Leading up to wealth. Wealth does not mean money to me.
Say it one more time.
Wealth does not mean money. That's one tiny piece of it.
Tiny piece.
Right.
First of all, what is the money without your health? Right? When people laugh, like, I was at the gym today, I work out, I run, I do everything, and people be like, man, why you do it? And I tell them, I say, well, you can't sell success looking like a mess. That's number one. See, so how can somebody look at you out of shape, you got high blood pressure? See, to me, that's not moving in the wealth arena. Your family dynamic.
Yeah.
You got all this money, but you're by yourself.
Man.
You don't have your kids don't like you, they don't want to talk to you, So how wealthy are you? You see what I'm saying? So having your health, having your family, having a peace of mind, right? Having principles that you abide by. There's just some principles I'm not going to violate. I mean, just quick example, I just got back from Mexico because we're about to begin our South American expansion. I'm down there meeting in Mexico with the parties that be, and the gentleman that connected all this for us hadn't made it yet. So really, when I got in there, these guys knew what they wanted to do. They had to did their due diligence on this research. 10 minutes, the deal was done.
Wow.
But I stopped the deal and I said, hold on. I says, we got to make sure we're taking care of my man.
Right.
Where's he at in this? Right? Because why? Principles and integrity is important to me. That's all a part of that wealth gumbo, if you would. That you got to have.
Come on,
all
gumbo,
of these pieces.
Yeah.
And most people
The wealth
just think
gumbo.
it's
Yeah, I like
money.
that. No.
And we got to have all of those components working together. You got somebody wealthy that's truly working on now leaving their legacy for their kids and the blueprint for them to follow.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're talking about moving into South America. What does the next 5 years for Rain look like as it relates to y'all's international scale, your domestic scale? I mean, like,
I'm
so many
glad you asked that,
opportunities.
but I'm going to just go 2 years ahead of you.
Okay.
On the 5, our 7 within the next 7 to 10 years, right? We're going to be a $1 billion per year company. 1 billion.
You heard it
The
here
revenue.
first, y'all.
Well, how do you know that? Good, I'm gonna tell you.
You heard it here
give the
first.
numbers.
2,777,000 customers purchasing from us on a monthly basis. Puts us at $1 billion a year. The deal is done.
It's done.
It's a matter of time. This gentleman I just talked to in South America, he wants to do 1 million customers himself in 18 months. So what I mean is the plan coming together, and that's one thing I can also say to the listening audience. In a lot of your business vision and endeavors, you don't have to know how something is going to happen. You just need to know it is going to happen. And that's something that I focused on. I knew we was going international. I didn't have the how at that moment, but I knew it was going to happen. And now Nigeria, we've just got cleared to go into. Jamaica is being registered as we speak.
Nice.
Mexico is being registered.
Love it.
We just sent product to South Africa, the Bahamas. So the international expansion is on.
So $1 billion in 7 to 10 years.
Done deal.
Wow.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here
Right
first, yeah.
Y'all said right here, and it's on record.
And you said the right places, too, because I hail from Jamaica. My family and Adobe is Nigerian-American.
Ibuqueno.
Wow. Okay.
So you hit the right spots right off the gate.
We are heading their way. We're heading to you guys' ancestry, place of business.
No,
We're going there.
we'll be making connections soon with the co-op, with Nigeria. I'm
love it.
excited.
Let's
I'm
do it.
so very excited.
I want to do a quick callback to one of our other friends, right? On his show, he asked me a question that him and his wife kind of have like a running debate about, and it's the question is, should every family have a family business? Do you agree?
Should every family have a family business?
Shout out to Devon, by the way. Devon Walker, founder
Devon
of
Walker. You
Play
know what
Black
my
Wall
answer would be
Street.
with that?
Play Black Wall Street.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Boom.
easy. Yeah, he heard. Yeah,
Yes.
it's easy.
I hope Sinclair's listening too,
Why-
because Sinclair.
think about it. Think about it. All right.
Yeah,
This
get
is a
into
simple
it.
one for me. Because think about it. So you mean to tell me, outside of your kids having their own business, if it's not entrepreneur, they're not entrepreneur.
Right.
You mean to tell me you would be more comfortable? I have a business, and my kid is going to help build somebody else's dream.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
any
sense.
compute. Yeah.
Especially when everyone else is doing.
Yes,
everyone else is
we
doing
can we can work together.
Work
You
together.
can work right here
Wow.
and take it to the heights you want to go to and make the kind of money you want to do.
Yeah.
So why would you go put your time and efforts into someone else's dream, and you got a family right here that we can sacrifice together and build and grow and change our lives together? To me, that's
it's a no-brainer for me.
It
as
really
well.
is a no-brainer. I mean, I know we're a little bit over time, but I really want to sit here for a second because, like, family to me is the business of life. Like, doing business with your family is just, you're just living. Like, you should be living and doing. I mean, when you rewind the clock back to when we were just hunter-gatherers, when the concept of putting food on the table, everyone had to get up and get to work.
Correct.
And as soon as the sun rose, you're either sowing seeds, you're going to hunt with your dad, whomever. Everyone's getting to work. The daughter's not running to some other clan or tribe and hunting with them. You're hunting with your family.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You know what? To me, the only thing that would change that dynamic, because I'm 100% in agreement with you, is this: if you don't believe in the head.
Yeah.
If you don't believe, if you have a dad or a mom that you don't believe in, if you have a dad that showed himself unreliable, he gonna start something and quit. He don't have a vision.
Inconsistent,
Then I can understand.
No,
that
for
would be
sure.
the only dynamic that changed. Because
Well, that wouldn't make any sense
I'm
for you.
100% right here.
Yeah.
Like, you are exactly correct.
Yeah.
No, this is the way it's been from the beginning of time.
For sure.
So why did that dynamic change? So the head, as I pride myself as being the head of my family, you know, in terms of the provider, in terms of that role, and the visionary, to having it to where my family is willing to bet on me and believe in me.
Yeah. And they're
To make
seeing
that
the
happen.
results, right?
Exactly.
I mean, they
And it makes them
clearly-
easier for them to follow.
Much
Yeah.
easier. It's a snowball effect.
Right.
No, that makes so much
That's
sense.
amazing.
If the head is not reliable, then the rest of the family, you can't imagine
Yeah.
they would actually
Why would I follow you?
Yeah.
It's unnatural for them to follow, so
Yeah.
that's unreliable.
You see what I'm saying?
You're putting them in danger.
Yeah.
They got to go somewhere else.
Look,
Yeah.
or you not even being there.
Yeah.
Father's missing, mother's
Right.
gone, you know.
Can't-
like,
yeah.
How can
That's
you?
true.
Nah, that's
That's true.
important to me. Yeah, no, that's a no-brainer. Yes, all day
No-brainer.
long.
Got it. Well, yeah, you heard it here first. $2 billion company in the making. Shout out to Crump family. Shout out to Rain Pads. Listen, we'll see y'all in 7 to 10 years when you cut the ribbon on to meet your $2 billion mark, when you open your new facility.
Absolutely.
I mean, just a bunch of great stuff coming up.
We're going to be here.
Yeah.
Are we
Y'all
going to
always
be?
welcome.
Oh,
I got a home
yes.
here at Rain.
Oh, we're tapped
If
in.
you want to shoot content,
Y'all going to see me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, y'all gonna
see
see me. Where can people find you? How can people order? How can people interact with
Well,
Rain
you
Pads and
on
all that stuff?
Instagram, you could go to @RainPads.
Okay.
And it's rain like rain on a throne, REIGN. Actually,
Yep,
right above
it's
us.
right up there.
See it right there. And you can go to www.rainpads.com to purchase any of the product. We'll ship it straight to your front door. If you're here, if you have a Georgia address, you have a pickup option.
Love it.
You are welcome to come by and pick up Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. if you so choose.
I love
Amazing. And we're here in the beautiful Henry County, Georgia.
that. I know,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well, let's get to work, y'all. Have one more thing. If you could just say good morning to the people, state your name again, and shout out anybody you want to, just make sure you say good morning. That's all I want. You guys
Good
say-
morning.
Yes.
From Demond Crump and your Rain family. Thank you guys again for spending some time with us, and we look forward to doing this again.
Love it. We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
So there's this dope new program called Black to School, backed by Target, bringing black-owned businesses to a college campus near you. Okay, check this out. College students are able to receive free care packages filled with essential items, all produced by black-owned brands. You want to know something really cool? This year we plan to activate 6 campuses at the Atlanta University Center this fall, engaging with an audience of over 1,000 students. I mean, this care package is awesome. We've got laundry soap, toothbrushes, toilet tissue, even condoms, tampons, and pads. Bread, potato chips, sign me up. All free, all black owned. You really can't go wrong with supporting the cause. Like, share, leave a comment below. Support the kids and donate today. Hit the link in the bio or go to ourpalette.com/black to school. That's ourpalette.com/black to school. Let's get to work.